Do you think that there is such thing as an alpha female?
And I think that there are, like, I think that both men and women can be like the dominant or like alpha personality, and I feel like it's like that way for a reason. Like, you know, you'll find someone who can be your beta,
Counterbalance you.
I guess. Like, yeah.
But you think that like there is such thing as an alpha female?
Yeah, I think like you can even tell just like with kids. I think like, you know how some kids are just like they have a really bold personality. Like, I'm talking about like little girls. Like, some little girls have like a really bold personality. Like, they speak up, they're creative, they're innovative. Like, I think those, like, you can see it from childhood. Like, who kind of has more dominant personality than others. And I think that's why women are bosses. That's why we have women as CEOs and women like directing, because I think that they can. I don't think every woman is an alpha female, but I think a lot are, and I don't think every like. Same thing for men too.
So in a relationship, like, let's say if there's an alpha female, then what does that make the guy?
He's the beta.
Really? So it's like, and then it's the other way around. If the male's alpha, then the female's the beta?
Because you can't have like
two alphas.
Okay, I think if you have two alphas, it's like, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this, and it's like too much butting heads. But I think if you have two like betas, it's like, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? What do you want to? It's just, like there's no
like person
hard decision. So I think that's why you kind of need someone who's the more like who's directing more, and someone who's more following.
I feel like I have a very like strong personality. Like, I'm very set. Like, I'm very like independent.
Mm-hmm.
But then does that mean that I wouldn't go well probably with like an alpha male?
I think it would bother you. Like,
yeah?
I think you would feel like a little bit of like a lack of control a little bit.
Because I'm not able to make the decisions?
You're not initiating anything, you're not planning anything.
For me to not have to plan is like really hard for me. But I feel like if I was with someone who like I trust them, that they are really capable of making plans to like my degree, then I feel like I wouldn't have a problem.
But yeah, but that's who like you would submit to. But see how you said like you have to like really value them. So I think that's like the whole conversation of like the whole alpha male thing, and like what gets a woman to submit. Like, you're gonna submit if you respect and value the man.
Like you trust that what he's doing.
Yeah, and I think like same thing in if the woman is the alpha in the relationship. If your personality is not dominant as a man, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I just feel like you need to find someone who respects your personality and like kids respect you in the relationship, so like you're not just being like walked all over, if that makes sense.
I guess I never really thought of like dating in that way. Like, if you know your own personality and you're more alpha, you should look for a beta. Or if you're more of a beta personality, you should look for an alpha. Like, I've never thought of that. But do you think that like feminine and masculine are separate than like alpha and beta? Because some people will say that if the man is an alpha, that means he's more feminine.
I think they're separate things. I think dominance is a feature that's associated with masculine, like with being a man. Like, I think when people say masculine, that means like strong, bold, courageous, a leader. Like, I think there are certain characteristics like associated with being a man, and not every man is gonna have all those, because like not all men are the same.
Feminine and masculine are separate than alpha and beta.
I think
like,
so.
You can be an alpha female and be super feminine, or you can be a beta male and be super masculine.
Yeah, but I'm saying like some people would say like, oh well, all men should be alphas, right? But I don't think that's like natural for everyone. Like, some people just have quieter personalities and they're not leaders. They're not.
Just like there's probably a lot of females who are probably both ways.
Yeah, and I know like some females, I feel weird saying that. I know like women who are leaders are sometimes labeled as like bossy, you're like too dominant, you need to submit, but like, girl, don't. Like, if you're a boss, like, I think like be true to who you are. I don't think you like, unless you want to submit. But I think if you're comfortable leading, like, you're gonna find a man who likes you being like the initiator and suggesting things. And I think that,
I feel like even though I am like more of a strong personality, I think like I would sometimes like find it good if I felt like the like weight could be lifted off me and someone else would be like taking a little bit charge of things. But then at the same time, it can be too extreme. Like, you can have an extreme male who's like telling you what to do, what to wear, what you're gonna do on the weekend, where you're gonna stay.
I don't think alpha should be controlling. Like, I think it should still have some leeway. Like, you're flexible to people's opinions and stuff. So yeah, like, I wouldn't want someone who's like too like toxic alpha. I'd want just like a leader. At least difference between a leader and a controller. But you know, like, the difference between a prime minister and a dictator.
Yeah,
that's how I see it.